Hi everybody, good morning and a very warm welcome to HR Shorts with Atulya after quite some time. So the topic that I have for you today is actually about why you should pick up a career in human resources in 2021. I know we are sitting at the fag end of 2021, but why HR is going to be important from here on is something which is going to be very, very interesting. And this is the right time for anybody who wants to build up a career in human resources to not think twice and just take the plunge. And I'm going to talk about 4 reasons today. 4 reasons which would make HR a hot skill, which would make it the place to be, and especially for the people who are aspiring to become great HR professionals who want to take up careers in the field of HR, to understand why this is going to be such a hot place for you. So let's start with a very interesting quote by Peter Drucker. He says that culture eats strategy for breakfast every day. I have a slightly different point of view on that one. Culture not only eats strategy for breakfast every day, it also eats morale for breakfast every day. So point number one, culture is going to be the biggest game changer for any organization. These days, we hear so much about the great resignation, right? We hear so much about people leaving the organizations. Why do people leave organizations? Is it only because of the paycheck? The answer is no. It's about the bigger scheme of things, and culture is the biggest element why organizations either survive or they deliver their strategies or they have a long-term game which they want to play. There's so many organizations around who have been there for like more than 100 years now. And it's purely because of the power of culture which they have. And culture is about giving the right atmosphere to the employees. And with the whole complexities coming around technology, the whole complexity around so much of change happening around us, COVID situation has disrupted the world. Organizations will have to work a lot in creating high performance cultures. Companies are going to focus a lot on building strong cultures where they can actually deliver exceptional results. And engagement of the organization, engagement of the people is going to be one of the biggest aspects which will make or break it for an organization. In one of my organizations that I worked in my past, we used to say, happy people sell more cases. And rightly so, because if you have people who are happy in the organization, people who are engaged in the organization, you are going to have a powerful culture. And culture is a combination of so many elements. It's about what kind of bosses you have, what kind of leaders are working there, what kind of vision and strategy you have in the organization, how do you get paid, how do you get measured. So many things, right? And HR is going to own this entire piece for the organization. And this is going to be even more important in the coming days. Not only 2021, but also in the coming years and years forever. I think this is going to be a very, very important aspect. Let's talk about the second one, productivity and efficiency. The whole world has been disrupted by COVID. The whole approach of the organizations on the way they actually look at delivery of results, or they look at efficiencies, they look at cost reduction. It is going to be so important for organizations to be productive. And creating the right organization designs, creating the right business models, and who is going to deliver these business models, right? At the end of the day, it's the people in the organization who will do it. Yesterday, I shared a post on LinkedIn, which got a really good traction from plenty of people. And I would encourage you to have a look at that post. It's a clip from the movie Rocket Singh Salesman of the Year. It's one of my favorite movies. I just love that movie for so many leadership lessons, which it actually gives you in a very subtle way. And there is a face-off between Ranbir and Puri, who is his boss, where he tells him that in business, you always talked about numbers, but I always thought about people. And the magic is when people are happy, the results get delivered, right? So organizations will look at making an environment or creating a productive atmosphere where they would want to do more with less, where they will review business models, where they will look at trying to do things in a more efficient way, and that doesn't necessarily mean a huge cost reduction. It means being more efficient, right? right? It means being more productive. And to make that happen, you will have to have a very strong HR leader. You'll have to have a very strong HR department which partners very closely with the business to make things efficient for the organization, be it the org design, be it your results and how you measure performance, how do you drive incentive programs, how do you really make sure your performance management works for the organization, right? So this is going to be very, very, very important. Point number 3 is about attraction and retention of talent. So organizations will have to play a big role with the great resignation coming in on how do they really become employer of choice. Today, employees have got, or the candidates have got so many options around, right? I hear people carrying 2 to 3 job offers in hand, right? So what is going to make people attract, or what is it that the organization needs to do to retain people is going to be something which is going to be of supreme importance. So companies who attract great talent through the right EVP or the right employee value proposition or the right employer of choice branding initiatives and the right strategies to attract talent, along with a very strong program on managing talent, the existing talent, right? How do you get the new talent through attraction, and how do you retain the existing talent and grow fast in a fast moving world? How do you build the pipeline? How do you drive the succession planning? All this is going to be very, very, very important, right? So talent management, companies who get that right are the ones who will win the war for talent in the coming days. The extremely important reason why you should be part of HR, because you will do a lot of talent management of attracting and of retaining. And last but not the least, cliche as it may sound, right? Data is the new oil, which we keep saying. But I say skill set is the new oil for you to succeed in the organization. And we hear so much about upskilling, we hear so much about reskilling. And organizations who really focus on capability, organizations who really focus on towards building a real learning organization, who get the game right in terms of where the world is moving and get their teams ready and actually create a growth mindset atmosphere in the organization, are the ones who will play a big role in becoming successful in the future, right? So point number 4 is going to be about constant upgradation of talent through your capability interventions, and organizations who get it right are the ones who will be the successful ones, who will be the ones who will deliver exceptional results in the coming days. Not only about 2021, but also about the many years which will follow from now on, right? So 4 big reasons, and just wanted to keep it simple. It's been a long time since I connected with you, and a lot of students actually reached out to me where they asked me that what are some of those areas which persuade people to get into HR. I think these 4 areas to me are the ones which will see a lot of action in the coming days. They are seeing already, and it has been important in the past as well, and it will always remain. But in the current scenario, I think these 4 elements will have an even more bigger role to play. And if you take up a career in HR, I'm pretty sure you will touch any of these 4 areas or maybe all of these areas and actually help in transforming your organization in this fast moving, post-COVID, post-pandemic, challenging environment. So with that, thanks so much, and we'll keep meeting more frequently going on from here. And do subscribe to my channel HR Shorts with Atulya. Do follow my posts on LinkedIn. Though I have been a bit inactive here, I've been trying to share some perspective there, and we'll be in touch. So till we meet again, thanks so much. Bye-bye.